Hello, welcome back to my channel. So Luke is here with me already. Connect will be on in just a second. I decided to just immediately start because I'm an impatient fuck. And because I need to give some other people the reins because my voice is dying, bro. Bro, I have 9 hours of stream scheduled tomorrow. I'm not doing all 9 of them. But my voice is too dead, bro. I watched the 22. Watch the 22.
By the way, repping the 2007-8 shirts. Thought I'd get a classic out.
Bird Book kits are so fucking hot. Bird Book kits are always the best, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, this one particularly, right? It's like the stripes, Thomas Cook, old school, Alana at the back of it. It's old school, it's good. And we won. 3 points on the board. That's all I care about. Clean sheet again. Brilliant.
I need to ask a question though immediately. Who is your man of the match? Who is your man of the match?
Is that Joe? What? It's a weird one, right? There he is.
Hello. How are you?
Yeah. I'm good, thank
you. Shameless celebration. Yeah, look. The performance, it was not great. We know that. Get on to summer.
Yeah. It was a boring game. Let's be honest. It's also a very boring game.
Alf, I'll give Nunes some credit today. He actually put a shift in today. Despite a couple of mistakes at the start, I thought he actually did pretty well right about it. Is he man of the match? Probably not, but he's definitely. I'd say he put a good performance in.
Yeah,
I think Kovacic was okay, but he wasn't stand out. I don't think anyone will stand out.
Gvardiol?
You know who big moment clearance.
Yeah, he does have that clearance. Good point.
I'll go Gvardiol on this one. Gvardiol.
Yeah, you know what? Connect, you can go first.
Are we talking man of the matches? I guess.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm torn between Gvardiol and Doku. I think Doku looked like the main guy really trying to create as much as he could today. But I think without that clearance by Gvardiol, the game can really change. So I think I'm going to go for Gvardiol.
Yeah. And you know who I go for my man of the match?
Go on.
I actually think it's Bernardo Silva because all game we were in control. We were in control. I think this is Bernardo Silva's best game this season. So
big up Kev, by the way, for the goal. Big up Kev for getting the goal. He's when I was in the game, but I wouldn't say he was man of the match either. Kev today, right? The goal was great, and we're like, yeah, new contract. But let's be real here. He's done. This is the last season. It's the right time for him to go. We can't sit here and pretend that he's still 2 years younger. The legs have gone. The injuries have come up to him. He's still for me a world-class ability player. But in a league like this, you need the legs. And in Serie A, Cook, Premier League, the legs are gone. It's too much for him, sadly. But big up to him for the goal. And Doku as well for the assist.
Oh, lovely assist as well.
Yeah. My problem with Doku is that I think he's better off the bench. Like, this game doesn't change that. Big up, by the way, to Chat 6 and 17 New York. I think that's a new subscriber. Or is that just NY? I don't know. But big up to you. Thank you for subscribing. What's up, guys? He asks. Nothing much. My voice is dying, and that's about it.
Yeah, he's like 4 streams today. He's got to do 9 more hours tomorrow. He's going to be screwed. It's a holiday. Give him a holiday, man. He's done.
I'm not doing 9 hours tomorrow. I have 9 hours planned. I'm not doing all of them. My voice will be dead if I do all of 9 of them. You're taking the piss. Unironically, though. Unironically. But Bernardo Silva was good today, wasn't he? We had control all game. Wolves was the target, let's be honest. But they had a few shots. Gvardiol had a goal-like clearance, but other than that, the defense was a bit slow at times, I feel like. Wolves, even though Wolves were slow themselves, they got a few chances. So, and let's be honest, without luck, without luck this season, that could have easily been one of those shots that went off the post. That could have easily gone into the back of the net.
Yeah,
that didn't happen, so it's chill. But big up to Kurt Thompson. How did I nearly miss that?
It's like Forest, isn't it? In the cup. I mean, I was at that game in the cup. Obviously, at Wembley. I was there. Forest had chances like that where it didn't go in, and look, we'll obviously take the luck when we get it, but we have got to stop doing that, and we've got to be a lot better at sort of dealing with on the counter teams on the counter. Obviously, that's an issue of us have had for a long time now, but we used to deal with it a lot better. But I think the fact that we're getting the luck now, I'm actually getting clean sheets as well, which, by the way, is something that we couldn't buy a clean sheet for the first half of the season. So a 1-0 win at home. Yeah, it's Wolves, but Wolves, bear in mind, have been the form team in Europe. What 6 games? So credit where it's due. Like,
yeah, but look at those games. So like everyone says that. Look at the teams they've played.
They beat United team, bro. And have we beat United teams in the public Community Shield? Exactly. the Europa League winners.
Absolute cinema.
How are 2 relegation teams in Premier League get into a Europa League final?
You know what's dubious statistic, by the way. Since 1997, there has always been, like every year, London has won a trophy. One of the London clubs has won a trophy. But it's like 4 exceptions. Never 2 years in a row. If they win a trophy this season, and they got to win all 3 European Cups this season, then London again don't have a 2-year consecutive trophy drought. London has not had a 2-year consecutive trophy drought since 1997. That's meant. Is this 9 games unbeaten? I don't know. How many games unbeaten is this?
9. It's 9 now. 9 unbeaten.
Yeah. By the way, what the Sealed said here is the answer to Kurt Thompson's question, I believe. I knew he is overrated. That's how he missed that.
He's a good player, but again, not a City. Not a City.
Yeah. But he's one of these flavoured of the month players, isn't he?
Yeah. Look, Wolves been good. Big up Strand Larsen, big up Cunha. I do rate these guys very highly, but Wolves are not a team that they're a mid-table relegation team. They're not the European, Brightons or this world. Like, we got the win because I think Pep actually did the right thing. He actually decided to go more defensive at the right time. O'Reilly for me today showed his experience, which is fine. It's going to happen. He's 20 years old, playing at a high level consistently. He's going to make mistakes, and I know Pep will obviously help him out with that. But he did the right thing. Brought on a Kanji, a bit of experience. Thought, right, see it out. Get the 3 points. There's have to be a flashy 3 or 4-0 battering, because it was, but we got the win. That's what I want to see from this team. Get your results, get the 3 points, get it done.
Yeah, I agree. At this point, we can lose against Bournemouth and Fulham and still get top 5, which is crazy to say. Because I think at some point earlier this season, just before, probably just after the Man United game even, a lot of people would have said, well, now we're in trouble for the top 5. And
exactly, remember that. Yeah.
I always said we're going to get top 5 barely, but we're going to get top 5 comfortably, I think. Show them the kits you want to buy. I will do that. Big up to Vedan again for another super chat. You're very generous today. Big up to Vedan.
I'm trying to get. Is it the the Thomas Cook kit? Is it the black and red one? I'm trying to get that one. That really cool retro one.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that one. I love this one. This is one of my favorite ones they released in the Thomas Cook era. I'm trying to get the other one because I think them two, especially on FIFA when you play them growing up, they're awesome using the game. It's easy to do City career modes with those kits. Honestly, Lano in the team scoring free kicks. Sorry,
you know what they need to do in FIFA career modes? They need to add the option to go back to historic kits.
Yes, do.
What I would do is the treble season kits for the Man City, the home kits, and then the away kit. I will spec one of the purple kits.
Yeah, this one, not the weird Caramac orange, purpley yellow kit. That's really disgusting. What was it? It was Pep's second season, Centurion's year. There's that really nice purple kit that we had, or that burgundy purple kit we had.
Yeah.
Where we battered Watford 6-0 in it with Jesus and scoring them goals. And was it De Bruyne and Guerrero Jesus balling out? That was one of my favourite kits we actually made. Brilliant kit.
Yeah. So let me show you guys. The kit I want to buy. And this kit, I have never even watched a game of this team. But bro, this kit is fire. I'm about to share my screen with you. Can I just do a Venster? No, that doesn't work. Okay, just like this then. This is what I imagined the Byzantine Empire to wear.
That's a lovely kit.
Yeah,
Imagine if the Byzantine Empire still played football. If they still existed and they played football, that is the kit they would wear. That is so cool.
Yeah, that is really nice. With the gold, a little bit of white out.
You know what, right? I've had a look at our kits next season, right? We've got a nice all black one that's really nice next year.
Yeah, I like the black one. I think I'll buy it.
The home kit looks alright. It's better than this year's home kit, which is definitely much more improvement. But it's not exactly blowing me away. Like I think that treble season kit was the kit. The burgundy on the outside and the colour, the bag middle. It was iconic. Yeah.
Yeah, so you should be able to see the kit now, by the way, in chats. It's always a bit delayed for the chats because I have to share it manually with both these guys and with stream.
Yeah. Joe, what? Right? Obviously, as well, if you don't mind, we'll discuss the news that today about Verts and Gibbs White later on.
Yeah, go ahead.
But we'll also do the game first before we get onto that. But Joe, what it was for me, right? I mean, people will obviously complain because it's only 1-0. It's not a home performance like 4 or 5-0. But I think what you got to realise is where we are right now. Yeah, we've been on an online match and beaten run, but it's not been clear cut and beaten, is it? So that's been like breathtaking, is it? It's been performances that have been consistently good enough to get the result. Like I think for me, this rebuild is massive. It's because we desperately need one. That kit is well worth it.
Bro, that gets. I'm breaking the bank on that. Alv is spending all of Vedan's money on kits. Bro, the amount of times makes me pay for all the shit.
They got what? Yeah, they got that drum for €1.
Vedan is my cousin. You know what he does? He sends in a super chat, and then the next time we're at the pub, he's like, "Oh, I sent in a super chat. Now you have to pay for the drinks." That's what he does.
Only fair.
Fair enough, isn't it?
Yeah, only fair. No, but it was a good result. I think today, all I wanted today was the 3 points. Like, obviously, if you get 2 or 3 or 4 goals, it's great. But Wolves should be respected. You know, and to be fair to City, we do respect them. I think Wolves actually could have scored at least 2 or 3 another day, but it didn't. It was the luck of the draw. So I'm just happy we got the 3 points. That's all I wanted today. 3 points on the board, get third. What was it? 4 points now clear of 6 now.
Yes, depends on the results, obviously, but we're at 64 points now. Realistically speaking, with 67, we're at top 4. For the get top 5.
Obviously, you've seen the result yesterday. Is it Forest? Forest yesterday. Forest look like they're falling apart now.
Crumbling a bit, yeah.
But then again,
I really hope they don't even get Conference League or anything, because you've seen Wolfie. You've seen Wolfie.
He was shameless, bro. Wolfie's been shameless for weeks now, man.
I need them to not even.
You can't talk shit before you get. Look, if they got top 4, bro, we'd be humble, respect them. But they've been a little bit above their boots, man. Like Newcastle, be up to them. I think Newcastle will get top 5 because Newcastle actually getting on with their job. Isak's a baller, and I respect Newcastle a lot. But Forest, man, come on, it's been years. Good on you for getting this far, but it's not done yet. Chill.
Yeah, but coming back to the topic of Wolves here, so I was never really worried throughout this game. Like when it was 0-0, I was not worried. When it was 1-0, I saw some people in chat stressing, and don't tell me you weren't, because you were talking about Doku needs to come off.
I was wrong. Keep him on. He got the assist.
I said before the game, by the way, and I am shameless. People give you shit when you're wrong as a YouTuber. When you are wrong as a YouTuber, people give you shit.
Oh, there, yeah.
But people don't apologize to you when you're correct. I said this is a good lineup for the Wolves. For the Wolves, this is a good lineup. Because what the game will need, it's not actually that tough of a game, despite the form they've had because of the teams they beat. It's not. The form looks more impressive than it is. I said it was comfortable, and I was never worried about this game. Not sure about you, Connect.
Obviously, periods of the game were a bit worrying. Obviously, like when they ran in and squared the ball, they just barely didn't connect with it. There were moments, but on a whole, yeah, we did look very in control. They obviously had close moments, but I think definitely after De Bruyne got that goal, I think we just really had control from that point onwards. And yeah, I know Wolves got close after that point, but I feel like we definitely weren't losing that game after that. Felt real controlled. So, but yeah, on a whole, performance was just what was needed, really. Like you said, all that matters now is 3 points. Doesn't have to be pretty. Just get 3 points, and then we can think about everything else in the summer.
Facts.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people. By the way, I think a lot of people are stressing about like getting above Arsenal or something like that, and I'm like, yeah, my opinion exactly. Like, who cares? Like, people are like, we need to win every game of the season. We need to get above Arsenal. Like, why? Like top 5, it doesn't change if we're 5th or 2nd. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Look, for me, we'll beat Southampton. If we don't, Christ, what we do? It's time to get the whole team out. We can't be that Southampton team.
It's Southampton before the FA Cup final, by the way.
Yeah,
I think so.
It is. Yeah, so I imagine Haaland will probably play that game. I think Haaland didn't play today because I thought the way Wolves were playing, very aggressive. If we had brought Haaland on, you know what would have happened? I think kicks, injury, he's out for longer.
I think Haaland will come off the bench against Southampton when we're already winning 2-0. And let's be honest, Southampton.
Oh God.
Really trying to jinx this one.
I don't think Southampton will have any aggression. I really think they have just been deserved their fate at this point.
Yeah. I think for me, it's just about like I imagine Rodri is close to being back on the bench, but if I'm being real, I doubt we'll see him until the cup final. I imagine that they're probably saving him for that. I think Haaland. I think Mamish injured now, or was he okay? I'm not sure that's been.
Finished game fine.
That's just a knock, I think.
Maybe a knock, yeah. I mean, again, today wasn't great, but I don't blame him. I think the problem is we're playing on the right, the left. We're not playing with a striker. Where he should be playing.
He plays well on the left, though. But I prefer him in striker, of course. But he plays well on the left. But on the right, he was just hanging out to dry.
Yeah.
The thing is, people are saying he isn't good enough. Well, no, he is. The problem is Pep's playing him out of position all the time. We got to see him consistently behind Haaland, someone else, or somewhere around there. Once again, people, with the new signings, when we see the team next season with everyone together, fresh squad, where we've got the layout of what we're going to be, then we'll judge everyone. I'm not judging Savinho. I'm not judging anyone like that right now. This team's going to get ripped apart in the summer. Let's just chill on judging them right now. Doku obviously can judge because this is obviously his 2nd season. Savio's in and out of the team right now. Mamouche is obviously playing where he can. Kusnov's not even getting. It's just we got to chill the fan base. We got to chill.
Yeah,
just
down as well.
Get it done.
But the only way to fan base chills down is if the positive vibes get back. You need a trophy for that. Let's be honest. No matter how much we win, the vibes don't come back until we get that trophy over the line. I think.
I think we will. By the way, I think we will. I think this team.
I think so too.
I think though you need Haaland playing that final though. I think the problem is the current team is fine right now, but we need some extra players in that team to boost them a little bit more. Bit of star power. I think Foden's getting back in there, but it's not quite there yet. Still a bit obviously. Again, he hasn't been poor. I think he's doing what he can, but you can tell he's not quite 100% yet, which is why I'm happy Pep's actually giving him a bit of time to off the bench now and again, here and there, which is good.
Which I like.
Yeah.
So it's not the end of the world. I'm happy he's given the players, rotation and that, which is good. I mean, again, I think the team today did its job. Would have preferred Nico today, possibly, but I thought overall it wasn't terrible. I mean, they got for us a couple of times, but won the game.
You know what, though? And this is a very French theory. But do you know why I think we tried Marmouche on the right today?
What's that?
Because we're looking at Rodrigo. And Rodrigo is a left winger. And we're trying to see can Marmouche play on the right.
Is Rodrigo left winger?
He plays
on the right wing for the Madrid, but he prefers left wing.
I think with Marmouche and me, he's not a winger. He's not. He did the left okay in the semi-final.
You know what, though? I compared it to Adriano Bertoncini. Don't know if you guys know him, but he's played at St. Leiden. And he is like a striker, technically, but he never plays in the box. He's always on the left, and then he cuts inside. And that's what Marmoush can do when he's on the left wing. Because he always has the support there. On the right wing, he doesn't have that same support. And is Marmoush left or right-footed?
He's right-footed.
Right-footed.
Yeah, so if he's cutting inside from the left, he comes onto his right foot, whereas he comes onto his left foot if he cuts inside from the right.
Yeah.
So I think that's why he works better on the left. Marmoush constantly wants to go into the box as well, as Rosa says here. And Haaland's hat-trick in the final will be nasty. We will
be there. Haaland goal. No, Kevin De Bruyne winner in the final, please.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
3-4. 3-4 in the final to Man City.
Bro, Heart Attack FC.
3-0 gosh.
4-3. Chairs in the ceiling. I swear, Alf, if that happens, right, you could do the most boring reaction. Oh, 4-3, yay.
you know what we need then? I almost lost my cool there. That's the meme I'll be using then if that happens.
It's so cool like that. Oh yeah, it scored. Cool. All right.
Moving on. you know what will be nastiest as well? Erling Haaland's hat-trick, De Bruyne goal, then we're winning 4-0, then 85th minute, goal conceded, 87th minute, 89th minute.
A bit shaky. Please note.
Repeat.
No heart attack, please. Just get on with it, please. Give me the win. Oh.
Well, a 3-goal lead is not enough, though. We've seen that already this season.
Oh, God, final. Yeah, Jesus, mate. Honestly, that season review stream we're going to do is going to be a difficult... I'm doing one on my channel at some point for a podcast at some point. It's going to be the most brutal reaction. Because November 2024, Christ almighty. And December as well. December wasn't much better.
December was not great. Yeah.
It's like there's memes like in reaction. Staring into the abyss. As far as November 2024.
Big up to Calc, by the way. Big up to Calc. KDB is the only uncle who deserves to say.
I don't agree with that per se.
I think he's the best player left with those uncles, and I think off the bench he does a great job. But if you actually look at Man City at the moment, I think Kovacic will leave because we'll sell him. I think we're trying to get money. I think it's either Gundogan or Kovacic leaving, and Gundogan is staying. So I think Kovacic will leave, get sold off, to raise some extra money for the transfers we'll do. Because let's be honest, we have a transfer we have a budget of like 400 million without making any transfers before we get into trouble with PSI. The reason we have that budget is because we always make a profit. So we're not just going to spend an insane amount of money and make that budget come down. What we're going to do is we're going to sell off plates, we're going to buy plates so that we can buy with as little possible deficit so that we stay okay for the PSI. Because we're a good run club. Like at the end of the football-wise, tickets maybe not, but like we're a well-run club and like that regards.
Tickets. Interesting, by the way, how they released the season ticket announcement the day before the game and the protest. It's very convenient. That's they'll notice that like the day before. Oh, thanks, City, for the news.
You know what? I genuinely do not comprehend English football sometimes.
We don't either.
And you live in England.
I hate it. Get me out of here, please.
Let's go to Spain together.
Yes. but not Real Madrid. Fuck them. Barcelona.
At the very least, the weather is better.
Exactly. Way better than it. It's humid here right now. It's really humid. It's awful.
What has been the point of the January window if they all just get benched?
I get where she's coming from, but I think we've got to be realistic here. The experience is the one he's obviously relying on to get over the line. The guys that just come in are probably going to be a bigger part of the team going forward next season. Yeah. They will play.
You know what, though? You know what? Sorry to interrupt here. You know how we always say that these players need time to bet into Man City? They've got 6 months to bet into Man City.
Exactly.
Next season, when a lot of these uncles will leave, all of them will leave. I don't think all of them, but most of them.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's their job to step up, because the new players we buy in the summer, they will need 6 months to bet into Man City.
Oh, look at my bro. Husanov, by the way, has been brilliant. Yeah, he hasn't played recently, but he's shown already how good he is. That's great. But he's not meant to be start every game. Because if he gets injured, then what? Oh, we're going to complain that he played too much. Known as fan base. And Kelks, it's not good, by the way, Kelks. Big up to you. I know where you're coming from. It's more the case of we know how it works with Pep and new player. Look at Savinho. He's actually been pretty good this season, despite obviously what we've been through. Has he been perfect in terms of front of goal? No, assist-wise, brilliant. When he gets the goal scoring right, he'll be a big player for us going forward. Doku, we know Doku is a bit of a weird one. It gets assists, but it's not. Look, today he got the assist for the goal, so I'm not going to sit here and sort of flounder. I mean,
if his output increases, I'm fine with him. Yeah. That's actually all he needs to do, increase his output.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Like Husanov, Nico Gonzalez, these players, right? They will get played. Look, Nico and Rodri are going to be players at DM going forward. Like Nico will play minutes. He will, 100% will play minutes. But he's actually bedding Nico in perfectly, getting a few minutes here and there, then getting a start next game. I imagine he'll start at Southampton. Yeah, and he'll get his minutes. And look, I know people want to play. Was it Echeverri play? But as Dash told us before, obviously in the stream on my channel, Echeverri had a big injury. He never played, and will play quite a lot. Obviously, a lot for injury for Argentina. So obviously now he's obviously getting back to full fitness, which is good. So I imagine he'll probably play maybe some minutes against Wolverhampton Fulham for the World Cup. So I'm just going off that really. That's what I'm doing.
Husanov GOAT according to Vietnam. Do you even watch Man City too?
Well, he is the GOAT. He is.
Yeah. But I'm not taking the piss here. I genuinely wonder, do you actually watch Man City too? Because you don't have Premier League, do you? Like Tony said, you don't have Premier League. Like, do you even watch Man City?
Where's the human bar height? Oh,
I think he means human bar. Where is the human
bar?
Human bar. He is a baller, and I think if Human Bar comes into Man City next season, I think Ruben Dias needs to actually be worried because Human Bar, and I'm not saying he's going to hit the ground running immediately, but like after one season, Ruben Dias may be in trouble with Human Bar and quite the old trade. I think the Echeverri picks in training is the Club World Cup team.
I think it will be. Echeverri will play, he will, but we've got to remember that he's just come out from injuries. That people don't realize that. Like, and now when I knew about it, I thought, okay, it makes sense why he's not playing. He would play otherwise. It makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. I watched on my phone, by the way, Vietnam. Okay. So you should probably give Tony your phone because he probably wants to watch those games as well. I really like the hard play style of Husanov.
That's good. I love it too.
All three of us like that hard play style, don't we?
Yeah, well, you've got Diaz, Vardio with the technical brilliance and also the pace. But Diaz for the body physicality and the strength. You got good balance there. Yeah.
It's clear that Josko is a much better centre back. Let's talk about that. Did you guys notice something when Akanji came on?
Shifted to left back.
Yep.
Pep, don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare. In that FA Cup final.
Oh, not in the final.
Don't do it. Don't change it.
It's been so solid at the back with those.
I see Akanji at the back.
You know what I see happening in the final? Vardio left back, Diaz, Akanji centre backs, Lewis right back. That's what I can see happening.
Look, I think O'Reilly for me today kind of showed his age, but again, I'm fine with that because he's been brilliant. He's been brilliant most of the part, and you remember he's 20 years old, man. It's his first season in Premier League football. And
O'Reilly needs to be rested against Southampton. I think we all agree on that.
He will be rested.
Yeah,
he will be rested.
Someone check Bar's passport. It's probably should, to be honest. Why is it that all these African players have like inflated ages? Wasn't it played in League recently? Whether who was that?
I think was it for Stuttgart? Was it is it Silas? You're the player that was doing quite well for Stuttgart a couple of years ago. Apparently, his name he was
Silla.
Silas Mangatunka. That was his name, but it's not actually his name because it wasn't the right passport or something like that. And obviously,
Could have played as well.
It's mad that what goes on playing in Europe.
Hopefully, just a hiccup for Nico today. He's been a breath of fresh air.
I think it was planned, Kelps. I think he'll play against Southampton. He will. He'll play against Southampton. He'll play a different team against Saints.
I think she meant Nico O'Reilly.
It's two Nicos in the team.
I don't like when people use Nico because I'm like.
Say who you mean.
It's like when people used to talk about Hazard in the Belgian national team, and of course there are two Hazards.
Eden Killian, isn't it, as well? Is it Killian Hazard as well?
He never got called up.
Oh yeah, the other guy.
So people always say, "Yeah, Hazard needs to start this game," and then you're like, "Which one?"
But no, O'Reilly was. It is what it is, man. Wolves are on form right now. It is what it is. Like, yeah, and he'll learn from this. He'll learn.
Was a huge win today, despite being frustrating to watch. Was it frustrating to watch, though?
Not really. It was boring.
Yeah, it's just a bit. It was there. It was
what I wanted though. But what I wanted that. I wanted 3 points. I was like, yeah, brilliant.
We'll take the 3 points. That's all that matters now.
Yeah. Look,
Yeah, I was calm, to be honest.
We'll get the football back next season. You aren't getting it this season. You will get the football and the skills and all that kind of stuff next season when we've got the fresh squad, fresh stuff, and this new system.
Don't say that too loudly.
Next season, right? I was wrong. We're this table again.
Go again next year. We'll be super stupid mix. We'll be on super stupid mix season. You know what will be the most dubious though? Imagine if Liverpool win 2 titles in a row.
I don't think they will, but that's just my opinion.
Because imagine they win 2 titles in a row with this new manager here, and then Jurgen Klopp's legacy. Let's be honest. His legacy, if this man wins 2 titles in a row.
Flop.
Akanji will take Bar and Husanov minutes while he's just while he's here just saying.
But it won't be here for long though. I think Bar, Husanov, and Hayes are going to be here for the long term anyway. So it's clear they've already got a plan in place for them.
There was some news about Victor Hayes potentially leaving, but I think it's on loan.
Which I think it'll be a loan.
I think it's fine.
That's fine.
I think it's fine. Loan him out to an English club. Loan him out so he can get Premier League minutes.
Southampton, do you want to have a player from us?
But no. The reason why I say that, if you give him an English football for 3 years, first of all, he gets Premier League experience. Second of all, he's homegrown then. He will count as homegrown.
Do you know what I say, right? Even if it's in the Championship, by the way, it's not necessarily that bad either. I'm not saying he should. I'm not saying he should do it, by the way. I would prefer a Premier League team to take him on. But it is Championship. Look, Callum Doyle. He's done pretty well. So it's Arabella. So it's not exactly the end of the world because it's still a competitive league.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm just saying. I think for us, I think Hayes won't get me. He's not a bad player, by the way. I think he's a good defender. It's going to do really well.
But he's young and he needs minutes.
Look at
Saliba. Look at Saliba for Arsenal.
Also, Callum Doyle. Remember him? Remember everyone was loving him, and now he's coming back. You going to play? Nope. You're going to sell him on some money. We've got the new boys. It's harsh.
If Diaz is in trouble, so is Akanji. I mean, yes.
Well, Akanji will be gone the next year or so anyway. So,
do you think Akanji will be here next year?
I don't think he will be.
Who are we going to be selling from our centre backs? Because we have like 7, don't we? If you include
9.
Bar. 9.
I think Ake will stay. Ake will definitely stay.
I think Ake will stay because he can play left back.
Yeah.
Stones, I'm not sure on yet.
I think Stones because we need to get those wages off our books. We might just loan him out at a fee that is like equivalent of his wage bill. Like you know how you do loan fees. I don't know what his wages are, but let's say like 2.5 million a year.
Yeah.
Then we might just loan him out with a loan fee for 2.5 million, so we get the wages of our books if we can't sell him.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think what we've got to realise, right, is that we've got a very young core coming through. Even the players that were linked with like Verts and what's going on, we'll obviously get on to Vert dudes in a bit. But we've got a whole new team coming next season, and I'm prepared to give Pep and the players time to turn that to a new team. We won't be good. I predict it now. We won't be this insane team next year. We'll be a good team next year, better than this year. By the way, it'll be probably the year after when we might see a team get better. Like when you have, if let's say Verts comes in, Verts has a whole season in the Premier League to bed in and adapt to it. Yeah. I think this is what I mean. I think I'm prepared for that. But along with improvement in what we've seen this season, that's fine in me and compete. That's what I want to say.
What did you just look up to connect?
I looked up John Stones' wage. He earns 13 million a year with City.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Get out!
Bro, I'm just saying. I will go to Man City for the 100k a year.
just you'd be the guy in the corner doing streams in the City office.
No. You know what I'll do? I'll be the goalkeeper on the bench. I'm pretty sure. I'll be the goalkeeper on the bench. I'll be third goalkeeper.
Who's this Alf Verba? Who's this guy?
Who's this strat?
Info morale.
I'll be taking to the dressing room, you know. I'll inspire everyone.
Oh shit!
I'll give the team talks and all that.
Gets Pep out.
You and Jack Lee just
No. I'll be sucking off Pep. I'll be sucking off Pep for the money.
Oh God!
Need that money, you know.
God. Oh.
Fernandinho can fight with Pep. I'll let him do that. He won't get sacked. Long term, hoping it's Husanov, Josko sent partnership. I think that will probably be the case.
Yeah, it will be. I think Diaz for me is. See, Diaz for me, I've watched him enough, right? He is showing the old levels, but it's not quite there yet. It's been since his first season. I think we're real here. He hasn't been is that first year where he was Player of the Year. He hasn't really been that level.
It travels the greatest he got.
Yeah, and it just feels like he's been like up, down, not quite getting there. Again, it hasn't been terrible. I mean, I thought at Wembley was brilliant. Him and Vardy at the back at the times were really good. I think Vardy's probably been the better player this season. He has been the better player by far. I think he's been putting the more performances in. But I think with Diaz, I'm just thinking maybe consistency playing week in, week out with the same defender next to him, like Vardy. You'll see a much more better partner rather than rotating the back four constantly, which by the way hasn't worked at all for us the last few years. Having that back four of Nunes, O'Reilly left back, but obviously when he's been playing well, deserves to be playing. I think it's been good to have that kind of settled back line.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, by the way, O'Reilly will be going into midfield next season.
Should.
Because I think we'll be buying a proper left back. And
please.
By the way, Cambiasso. A lot of people are talking about Cambiasso right back. He's a left back. Please watch.
You can play there.
Yeah.
No.
Play there.
Please, if you are really desperate for a footballer, please watch them. I am so tired of people who don't watch football talk about them.
Alf's left back next year, inverting left back.
Scenes.
My first touch is meant to be fair. Maybe I can do it.
Did you know what? Right? I was surprised that Rico didn't play today because he actually played very well against Forest. I had
him in my predicted 11.
I know he can off the bench.
I think Rico Lewis will be loaned out next season.
Loaned out. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I think if he plays well enough on loan, he might get another chance at Man City. But if not, then it's like
with Rico, he's a good player. He's a good player, but he's for way we play football consistently.
But here's the question. Because he will be in midfield. He's not good on right back. He's good in midfield.
Yeah.
Is he better than Godfrey?
No.
Is he better than Nico Gonzalez?
Yeah, no.
Is he better than Florian Wirtz? Than Phil Foden?
If I say yes to this.
Is he better than Gibbs White even? Probably not.
Probably not. Gibbs White's had a bit more time.
I think the quality's right. The quality of Rico's finishing is pretty good for someone obviously in the midfield.
Yeah.
But Yeah. The thing's Rico, right? It's like
Gibbs White is very physical. Do remember that? Yeah, he brings
Yeah.
on physicality to the game.
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
And is he better than O'Reilly? I think O'Reilly is better for Pep because he's versatile, and Pep likes versatile players.
Yeah.
And that is the difference between O'Reilly and Lewis, and that's why O'Reilly has a future, I think, and Lewis has to really be outstanding.
If he was taller and more physical, he'd be great. But he's too small.
That's the only reason why Pep prefers Gibbs White over Lewis, because tall and physical.
Yeah. Again, he's not a bad player at all, Rico. I think all of us think he's a good player, but it's just that I think he'd be incredible for another team. He'd be brilliant for them. Like McAtee, both them two will leave the club and be brilliant elsewhere. You know they will be. I big them up wherever they do go. But is it for us? No, because the levels are so damn high now.
I agree. I was nervous as Rosa during the game. So Rosa and Calc were nervous, but we weren't. I guess that's women's stuff.
Ice cold. Ice cold. Mean. You know that? Not nervous at all.
You know what though? My Jets, when the game kicked off the first 5 minutes, everyone was stressing about the game, like, bro.
The post, yeah. I was like, we'll win, but it'll be shit. Yeah, well,
yeah,
no.
that was what I was thinking.
You'd be like, yeah, cool, 3 points, turn it off.
We have to keep Stones and Aki from homegrown. No, we don't, because we easily replace them. We don't need to worry about homegrown that much, because homegrown is not as bad as people think. I will 1 second. You guys can go off on that, and I will quickly bring something up.
Cool. I think for me, I don't know about making that, but I think this summer, I don't think as many people will leave on players we've bought in as much as they think. I mean, I've heard different numbers like thrown around of players leaving, players coming in, but I don't think it'll be that extreme. What about you, mate? That's what I'm thinking.
I'm expecting a solid number of players to leave. Like, I'm probably thinking, because if you actually think about it, last summer we actually had quite a few players leave. Like Mahrez left, Laporte left, Gundo, and that's just off the top of my head. So if we're just going those through, I think I'm expecting maybe an extra 1 or 2 to go as well. I'm not expecting like 8 or 9 to go, because I think that's just unrealistic, whether we need it or not. We're definitely going to be keeping a solid amount of the players that maybe aren't to the level that we need, or maybe some people definitely want out. But some of the uncles will definitely be staying. Like, I know news has come out that apparently Gundo is like basically nailed on staying. De Bruyne is obviously leaving. Bernardo, a lot of rumours have been saying that he could be on the way out. And Kova, I don't really know what's going on with Kova, to be honest, but I think a good few players are leaving, but it's not going to be like an absolute ton.
By the way,
I've got 11 players leaving.
Question, by the way, will this rebuild get done before GTA 6?
Probably, because GTA 6 is moved again.
Yeah, May 2026.
Yeah, nah.
So let me explain my reasoning here with this rebuild. Now, homegrown here is 12. There are 12 not homegrown players. 15 if you count the players who are under the homegrown age, but become homegrown later.
Nerd.
Yeah, I know. But homegrown is not an issue. And with these players, we're selling off. Let's say we don't get that actual midfield. Let's say Grealish stays, by the way, because this is a 24-man squad. That can become a 25-man squad if Grealish stays. And Grealish may stay. A lot of people are expecting him to leave. I think that might be one that surprises us. We already have a lot of homegrown players. A right back. Perfectly possible to get a good right back who's homegrown. Wingers, Morgan Rogers, homegrown, I rate him. If you don't want Morgan Rogers, go against Jared Bowen or something. There are a lot of good wingers that are homegrown. Homegrown is not an issue, I believe. I think a lot of people talk about homegrown, but it's not an issue. Not sure what you two think.
I don't think it's going to be like like a big panic in the summer. I don't think we're going to be like thinking to ourselves, "Oh gosh, we're not quite hitting the homegrown limit." I don't think it's going to be that big of a talking point.
Yeah. By the way, I just realized I'm very soon in here for the guys watching right now. Right. So, fact, stats, or even a fun statistic, guys. Nico O'Reilly has played more minutes this season than Stones and Aki.
Has he actually?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
By the way, just quickly, I'm going to say this now. I'm planning on doing a proper, actual funded rebuild like you've done here, live on stream at some point with Bevo, and hopefully LB. I'll say it now. There is a plan of getting LB on support on our stream at some point to do that. So it's not guaranteed date yet. Hopefully a couple of weeks time after season closes, but trust me, that'd be worth watching. But I know obviously this one will be it's kind of like this, but a bit more like transfer market, off budgets and that. It's quite in depth, so that'd be good.
Yeah, it's a bit more in depth. This is just something I did in my personal time.
It's really good. It's kind of what we're aiming for, but yeah, definitely what, you know.
But actually explaining all your stuff rather than just showing it. Al voice moving like Radiohead, bro. Y'all my voice today. I am Radiohead today, bro. Everyone calling me Radiohead today.
It's over for you.
If centre back partners, wait, what? What about Bart then? If centre back partnership is Gvardiol Husanov? Well, let's be honest. This is my rebuild with a right back and a left back. Spoiler: Pep Guardiola don't do that. Pep Guardiola has a back three, and in a back three, you have one centre back who plays as right back. That will be Yumaba, I think, because Yumaba, he's quick, he's solid, and I swear it down here. Sierra Leone against Egypt. I did a watch along to that. That is one of the best centre back performances I have ever seen, and I'm not even taking the piss. Yumaba was going from one side of the pitch to deal with Marmoush, to the other side of the pitch to deal with Salah, and he looked them both up. That was an immense performance he put in there. But he had to go across the pitch, bro. He was the only defender in that team. I swear it now. That team is fucking pathetic. They should all give their salaries to Yumaba, because that is a fucking pathetic team, you know. But Yumaba, going across the pitch here, looks them both up. This guy can play anywhere on the defense and he'll be good. As long as he defends. Don't push him up too hard. Ainsley starting to derail Diaz a bit. Looked good second half of treble season next to Stones.
Yeah, that has been a hindrance for him. It's a shame. I think if he stays fit, he'll be fine. It's just we need a consistent back line. That's what we need is a consistent spine for the team. We need to name our spine. That's what we go with.
We need to know who's the first on the team sheet.
So for me, it would be, well, the keeper will probably be Costa or Chevalier as out the door. So let's say Costa for the moment.
Actually, we're also looking into that guy from Espanyol.
Jean Garcia, yeah, I like him as well. He's good. But yeah, let's just say for right now, Costa. I can rotate who it can be. Then Gvardiol, Diaz, two centre backs. I'll go with centre backs. Rodri, Wirtz, Haaland. That's your spine right there. Then you could obviously dictate. You want Marmoush there, Foden there. It's what I mean, right? We've got a plethora of attacking midfielders now. We've got 4 elite ones now. In this, well, obviously if Wirtz comes in, obviously. No, it's not confirmed yet, but what we're hearing is positive news on that. Again, but it ain't guaranteed, by the way.
Oh, by the way. I brought Matthijs on my channel. Was it yesterday or the day before?
Yeah, I watched that. Yeah, he's rating him.
He does not rate Foden words. So I get what he's saying though, because I actually watched words a bit. I understand what he's saying. Like the guy the spark set for the words, but he's not consistent the whole game. But I'm like, he's 21. They're not going to get that consistency a whole game.
But we don't need a player that does it all round. The thing is, Marmoush, Foden, and Edgeworth, all these players are making up for Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne has been that player that's been carrying us for years and years and years. We got to. For me, the only way to replace him is to balance the squad out with players that can do different things like him. You aren't going to get a player like Kevin De Bruyne. You won't. You'll never replace him. What you can do is alternate the abilities of passing and movement with other players around in the squad. That's the way you can do it.
Yeah. Anthony Robinson, by the way, says Schalke at left back. Homegrown, can do our job well insured. Vardiol says at centre back.
Wouldn't mind it. He is a good player. He's a good player. Lewis
would cook at La Liga. Do you two agree with that?
I think he's small enough. I think he actually would, you know. I think because the league is a massive physical league, he'd be great. In Serie A, he'd get cooked. In Serie A, he'd get cooked. He'd be over. Jesus, the amount of physical Italians there. I think La Liga for me is probably the league he should go to. I think he'd be great for like a. Do you know what? He'd be good for someone like, I don't know, like not like Villarreal, Valencia, or something like that, or even like I wouldn't say Atletico. I think Atletico's not really that kind of style for him.
Yeah.
But someone new is a bit more technical. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I'd say. I agree with that statement.
My buddy works for GTA, a Rockstar company.
Fraud.
Yes, no comments. You know what? Yeah, I'm convinced at this point that the entire game development is just a pyramid scheme.
Lying to us. Oh, next year, May 26, 2026. This is a bit convenient. So,
next year is out here. You think Arteta works on GTA?
It does, yeah. His Arsenal fans.
Hey, good question, though. Good question. If any football manager had to become a game director, like directing the development of a game, what manager would you pick?
Not Pep. Constantly changing it.
Yeah.
There will be no fun in a game made by Pep, let's be honest.
Ancelotti, the eyebrow raise. It's over. Not now, though.
Because Pep would overcomplicate a game, won't he?
Yeah. You know what? I go Enrique.
Yeah, I was thinking Enrique. I was thinking
Flick, one of them two, because they're very strict in their way, but they're able to flex around it when they need to. By the way, before we carry on with that, Yamal's goal against Milan was absolutely brilliant. By the way,
what a joke!
And you know what? Yeah, after that goal by Yamal, I started seeing everywhere on Twitter people comparing Salvino to Yamal. Like, oh, get up.
No.
Yamal is different. He's crazy.
Yeah. All right, lads. I'm watching from the start.
Steve. Big up, Steve, man.
Yeah. So before we end the stream, because it's been a pretty decent stream again. This Blue Friday show, it always stuff, doesn't it? Right. Before we end the stream, Connect. You've been a bit silent so far this stream, so I want to start with you.
Alright.
Do you think Pep Guardiola got anything wrong this game?
Got anything wrong?
Well, that's a bit broad, isn't it? But you get my point.
Yeah. I think he made subs at the right time. No,
Yeah, don't you think he took too long to make subs though?
I think the O'Reilly one was made at the right time. I think that was good. I think maybe you sub Lewis and Foden on and McAtee maybe a little bit earlier, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and just help to see that game out of good energy to press Wolves off the ball. But I feel like tactically we were pretty well rounded today. I think a lot of people, the eyebrows do raise a bit when you see Bernardo, Gundo, and Kova in that midfield. But today it didn't do too bad, to be fair. I felt. We knocked it around well, and we remained in control. So he's definitely.
How does Ancelotti maintain that eyebrow though? I can't do it.
It's a really good raise, isn't it?
Can't do it.
I was trying to do it the next time.
Don't have the capacity. Don't have the capacity.
I'm washed, guys. I'm washed. Ancelotti's better than me, and he's and how old is Ancelotti?
Like 70, 60 something.
Check.
To answer your question, Alf, I don't think he did. I think the team he picked was fine to me. Like, I think what we've got to remember is, right, he's relying on the experience, and it's finally, it is starting to show finally that the players that are stepping up now. I think the subs could have been quicker, but I think in the end, he brought the right players on. He brought Kanji on for O'Reilly at the right time. O'Reilly was struggling a bit today. Not his fault. Again, he's still learning his craft. Still, he's a great player. Still hasn't stopped it, but he brought experience at the right time. He brought McAtee, Foden, and that, and obviously gone for the right players at the right time. I'd say he actually did pretty well, Pep, today. I think he could very easily put hard on today at the end, but he didn't. He thought, no, you're on the bench, which is good for morale. But I think if he come on to that, I think that might have given him injury.
Now, I do just want to say one thing. During my watch long, you said Pep has got this all wrong.
Yeah, I did. I'm a moron. I'll admit it. Hold my hands up. See, I can admit I'm a moron. But I look back on it.
No. To be fair to you, we were looking shit, weren't we?
We weren't playing well, but I think that was because we were getting played through quite too easily.
Yeah.
And I think if we had a DM sitting there rather than two pivots, because someone like Wolves, you need, I think, a 6 to be sat there when someone's playing that aggressively.
You know what I think, though? And tell me if you disagree, yeah, but I think if we had Bernardo Silva right wing, Mush striker, going in midfield, and Doku on left wing, we would have been fine. Because Bernardo Silva could have dropped down deeper and allowed Maltese Nunez to push up, and then have a back three with Vardiol, Diaz, and Bernardo Silva. And I think that would have been just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's tweaking anyway, yeah.
Follow people, if you haven't already, make sure the live stream haven't already. We're on 14 likes now. Big up.
Big up.
And we're on 7. Try and get out to 750 ASAP. Come on.
Yeah,
he does 1K, but we get a bit more. Here, 750. Come on, pay respect. Pay your dues, pay your likes. Come on, get out. Come on.
I got to pay my rent in it.
Exactly. Go pay your rent. If you're a subscriber, pay your rent. Put a like on.
Yeah, very cool. For my view, Rico Lewis, number 8, possession very good. Not good enough for Man City. He's very good, not enough for Man City. I think we all agree on that.
Yeah. It's not. Well,
yeah.
None of the young players for me, like McAtee is a good player. I think the thing is to me, the players that are on the bench like that are good players. That for me I rate them very well, but they're not good enough for our level. If it was like 10 years ago, they'd be playing it week in, week out. The problem is our level's got that much now in the past 8 years that to be in this team like O'Reilly's been playing recently. Foden obviously last year, not this year per se, but again, that's a lot of stuff going on for him at the moment. The levels have gone up massively, and it's where if you're going to be like someone like Mukaso, you will get a chance obviously, and Kavan Sullivan in a couple of years' time when he obviously joins the team, Echeverri as well. This would be where the levels have to be shown. This is where you have to show the levels to get into the team, and this is where it's a standards, man. It's a standard of the squad. That's where we are.
Luke was more toxic than Alf today.
Yeah, it was. I know, right? But I was toxic, but I wasn't toxic negative. I was toxic. I was being a troll.
I'm toxic and negative. Like can't escape that.
Yeah, you are massively. But here you are being shameless.
I need to fuck off back to Brugge.
Well, you're there anyway, so you can't go anywhere else.
I don't actually live in Brugge. I live outside of Brugge. I grew up in Brugge, but I don't live in Brugge anymore. I haven't lived in Bruges. Oh my god, since I was 14. Oh my god, that's 8 years now. 9 years. 9 years.
but no, look, we got the win. That's all. I think that's all we've wanted. We wanted a 3 point. If we had drawn today, it'd been for us. I think it would have been a disaster. I think the Villa wins definitely helped massively, but I think this was like the win. Was like, yeah, this is the win we needed to get the 3 points.
By the way,
yeah,
I think we all have to say something. I don't know if you guys noticed yet, but literally every prediction so far Luke made into stream about like 2 weeks ago, I believe, when we went through it.
Predictions.
Luke has gotten everyone right so far. Literally everyone.
I said to you both, Palace to beat Villa. I told you both, and he did.
Yeah, Luke. Luke said that about the GFA Cup game as well. He predicted the GFA Cup game as well. Luke is a fucking wizard over here.
I don't bet, but I tell people ask me what the results would be, and I win the money and I give a little bit of money back. So I get a bit of commission out of it. Just like, it's like I don't gamble, but I help people who need help get some money.
Luke, Who wins the Champions League next season?
Next season, or well, this season, I'll give you the prediction now. I think it will be Inter Milan.
Okay.
I think
Inter
Inter win 1-0 on Tuesday. They hold up Barcelona, they get the result. They play PSG in the final and win 1-0. Calling it right now. Our next season, it isn't going to be Madrid. It's... I'm not going to say us yet. I think we're going to be a team that gets to at least a semi-final next year. I think.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Barcelona next year.
Ah, boo. Wrong FCB.
Club Brugge quarter-final.
There you go.
There you go. Decent enough for the Brugge. Massive 3 points from a tough game. Big up Nick, by the way.
Yeah, he's 894, but Nick, by the way. Big up the protest, by the way. Great work, guys. Honestly, I think that was. It doesn't matter how they put the news out. We need to keep, backing this and supporting it on our channels and that, and keep doing that. But big up to you guys for the protest.
Hands up if you're tired of talking about the tickets.
We all are, but we'll still do it to help out. It's got to be done.
I guess we can end the stream talking about the tickets a bit, can't we?
Yeah.
Great start to the weekend, so now question on the others.
Exactly. Big up.
Yeah.
What do you think will happen in that Chelsea game? Because I think it will be the most boring 0-0 ever.
1-0.
1-0.
Get it right. How did you do it?
I swear it down, yeah. This man, you know what it is? His superpower is determining the results of sports games. That's his superpower. He acquired that superpower sometime this season, and he started making Man City. That's why we started winning, because Luke acquired that superpower after the Man United game.
Yeah.
Changed him.
Yeah.
We're winning the quadruple next season. Back up to Luke. Luke, any news about Stratton ITK talking about Morgan Gibbs White and the words happening?
Well, obviously you guys might have seen today. I was hitting Nabil, big up Nabil, obviously, who does the City report. He's, to be honest with you, I do trust him. Obviously, I've got people that I know that Martin and that, they do know stuff, right? Obviously, everyone's not going to have the exact news, so I'm not going to pretend I know what's going on, but you only see what's going on. I think what's been discovered, Cambiasso, I think, is pretty much done. I think the reason why I didn't join January was because I think failed medical, I think he had an injury at the time. I think that's going to happen. I think Gibbs White is pretty much done at this point. But Wirtz is literally looking good. Because bear in mind, Wirtz wants City at the Bayern.
Yeah.
You hear that, guys? Wirtz wants us at the Bayern.
Just on cue, Das Silt is begging for 40 words.
You ain't getting him, mate. It's going to see.
Too.
Yeah.
By the way, Connect. Do you think, because I've not asked you this before, I believe, do you think that Gibbs White and Wirtz together works?
What, like playing together?
Yeah, Gibbs White and Florian Wirtz together.
I think there's a world it can work. I think they're gonna. If we do get both, I think they would provide different things but in a similar role. I think Wirtz will obviously provide you a bit more of attacking threat than Gibbs White in terms of trying to create. Not that Gibbs White can't, because obviously he's one of Forest's top goal contributors this season, to be fair. But I think for Wirtz, he's going to be the guy that's playing most of the passes into the final third. But I think Gibbs White could act as obviously someone that does do that too, but also as a solid engine running around that midfield and linking up play in areas and running into spaces to pick up the ball and then maybe playing it to Wirtz to then play that pass. And other things. So then
my follow-up question becomes, does it work squad-wise? Because if you have to think, let's think about this, right? You have Nick Gonzalez and Rodri.
Yeah.
You have Gibbs White, O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Gundogan is staying as well, but he'll be a bit part-played, I reckon. Then you also have Wirtz there, you have Foden there. Jack Grealish could stay, so... do you think that squad-wise it works?
Squad-wise, it's tough. Pep loves midfielders, so I'm sure he wouldn't say no. But
maybe Gibbs White will play on the wing.
Don't write it off. I mean, it really could be one of those, couldn't it? Squad-wise, in my book, if I was probably coach, probably wouldn't, but man, you offer Pep more midfielders, he will do everything in his power to make it work.
False 9, false 8, false 7, false
Yeah,
6, false
there
5.
you go. So, I think...
All streamers at this point. I'm playing on the side.
Or you could put him left back.
Inverted streamers.
On paper, it probably doesn't, but man, Pep will try and find a way to make it with everything in his power.
Yeah. Huge 3 points, says Liam. Big up to Liam.
Big up Liam.
Yeah.
Big up Liam, man.
Job done. Indeed. And that's all that matters. It's 3 points. At the end of the day, whether you played dog shit or you played like Prime Barcelona, if you win, you get 3 points.
Yep.
We need 3 years for Champions League win.
I'd say 2 years. I don't think it'll be next year. If it is, brilliant. I just think next season will be a semi-final. It'll be a development back to where we were again a couple of years ago.
I still think, and I think I'm the only man who thinks this, I still think we're more likely to win the Champions League next season than the Premier League.
You're right.
I just think...
You're right. I agree with you, but I'm not saying I don't win it.
Yeah. I just think we understand what you're at right now as a squad, and we'll go at it for the Champions League full on. I think FA Cup and Champions League are probably the most likely trophies to win next season.
Yeah.
And what you rather win the Premier League at this point or the Champions League? Because my idea is, because obviously I want to win both, but like realistically you can't win the treble every season unless you're playing on FIFA. Would you rather have the Champions League or the Premier League? Because I want to catch up to those 3 European Cups. That's mighty nice to have.
I'm always semi-torn on this because before we won the Champions League, I really wanted that Champions League, just so we could say we've got it. But then at the same time, now I look at it in 2 ways. For a Premier League, you've got to play 38 games and you've got to win most of them to win it. Champions League, you've got obviously the 8 league games, and then hopefully you make it top 8 and you don't have to play the qualifiers. And then it's a standard bracket, which just comes down to knockout. So I'm always quite torn on it because there's obviously the royalty of winning the Champions League, but then the hard graft in the Premier League and how tight it really can be at the top. So I think next season, if I had to pick one that I want to win more than the other, that makes sense. As long as it... I don't want Arsenal winning either of them. So...
I hope Arsenal don't win the Champions League anytime in the next 10 years.
No. Imagine the scenes. Chelsea win the Conference League. We win the FA Cup. Newcastle win the Carabao Cup. Tottenham win the Europa League. Not United. Tottenham win the Europa League. And then the Champions League.
PSG, Champions League.
Perfect.
Sure.
Or
I want an Orange Club to win
into
Champions League.
PSG, I don't mind whoever it is, but you know what I mean. But just to see the look on Arsenal fans' face, go nattering on about this day year, and seeing Tottenham win the Europa League.
Oh man!
Well, 17th, by the way.
By the way, expressions. By the way, I'm just gonna say it right now. Will absolutely cook the living hell out of Robbie. You know it will. Like. Trust me, that guy is shameless. He is.
It's funny.
He's a PSG Ultra on Tuesday. I love that guy, man. He's just brilliant.
Protest went well from Nick, by the way. Protest went well after City tried to screw it up. Never tired of it. It's a lifetime battle for our future fans. Bro, the way this club treats fans is a fucking disgrace. And if that offends you, it's a disgrace. And there's no 2 ways about it. Bro, I cannot imagine Club Brugge treating its fans like that. Not to talk about Club Brugge again, but... Club Brugge, Club Brugge drops season prices because we win a trophy. Drops ticket prices because we get to the round of 16 for the Champions League. No fans is asking for this. They just do it.
Yeah.
Because, like... we have the money. Why not? It's just pure vibes FC. I can't imagine Club Brugge being like Man City. It's a genuine disgrace. And that's just my perspective as a Continental fan.
I'll ask Nick quickly as well. Who's in the chat. Are there any plans for any more protests at all yet, mate? Like, is there one for Bournemouth plan at all? Or obviously, I know you guys are doing a big tifo for De Bruyne, which I'm looking forward to seeing when that comes out. But I'm not sure we're doing one for Bournemouth, whatever. But obviously, let us know. And if you are, let us know. And obviously we'll get it out there on streams and get you guys obviously the support you need for it. So just push what I ask.
Yeah. Lakshmi, thanks you by the way for the for the update. What are the statistics on Morgan Gibbs White? I'm not sure actually. I'll read the next thing out while the next checks. People talking about engine Morgan Gibbs White, 10 Conor Gallagher engine, and running up and down, and Grealish and is available and cheap. Well, he's not cheap though. Look at his wages.
No, not cheap.
By the way, did you know Grealish is the third most paid player at Man City?
Yeah, yes. Is it 300k a week? Is it?
Yeah, it's 300k.
Yeah, we need to get off the books. We really do. Yeah, trim that budget down. Trim it down massively in the summer.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
what are the stats?
I've got Gibbs White here. In 30 Premier League games, because he's gotten no goal contributions in the FA Cup, only 2 yellow cards. But in 30 Premier League games, he's gotten 5 goals, 9 assists, 8 yellow cards, and 1 double yellow in 2,400 minutes.
That's decent, I think.
Yeah,
not too bad.
For a Forest team, by the way, that predicted to actually go down the season, by the way, and look, it doesn't matter what we say about Forest, right, and Wolfie, right? Forest, by the way, big up to them for their season they've had.
Yeah,
especially when
they can finish 7th and they're still the most improved team.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's Europe, and to be honest, I think Conference League's probably better for them anyway. That current team. So
yeah,
if Crystal Palace win the FA Cup, I pray they don't. But if Crystal Palace win the FA Cup, and Chelsea finish 7th, then they get Conference League again.
Imagine if Djurgården beat them 4-0 at the bridge.
Okay.
You're beat by Swedish Garden. Well done, lads.
I think Real Betis will cook them in the final. I can't lie.
I think Betis beat them. You know, I think they do. I think they do. I think Chelsea for me, right, have been very average. Very average. Their players, look, if they win it right, cool. But it's like we knew anyway. It's expected for you guys to win the Conference League. That squad.
Yeah. Lakshmi says for the Champions League, and Nick says old school fans will say Premier League. Yeah. Younger fans will say Champions League. I'm 47. I would be happy if we never won it again.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't. I want at least 2, because you know what people say? People say you've only won once and it's a fluke. I want at least 2. I want at least 2.
I know, but I get Nick where it's coming from.
I get where he's coming from, but like I'm saying personally,
more leagues, mate. Get close to Liverpool United. Hell yeah! Either way for me is a win-win. Right?
11 in a row to get above Man United and Liverpool. 21. No, the Premier League viewership would be in the mud after that. Let's be honest.
We won this league.
They will just shut down the Premier League at that point. Who has expressions? We don't know expressions.
Tottenham YouTuber. Check out some of the videos, man. They're funny.
Yeah. I'm going to put expressions link in chat right now.
You have a field day. Trust me. He's actually, for someone who shouts a lot, he actually is quite a funny guy.
Expressions has all to be one of the funniest YouTubers. Just periods.
Just being a Tottenham fan as well. Like the guy go through pain for our music.
Yeah, that is Expressions. Go check him out. Because you need to know who Expressions is. It will make you happier. Like your life becomes better after you watch Expressions. Nothing planned for the more protests yet. City doing KDB celebration for the Bournemouth. 1894 doing it for
fair enough. Yeah, respect that. Fair enough. Look, obviously, if you guys need to do more, obviously next season we'll obviously be there and support you guys if need be. But fair enough. Yeah, it's all about Kevin De Bruyne now, isn't it? And Big up Nick though. Big up bit ice.
Anyhow, subscribe to Radiohead. I'm going to bed.
Big up that silk.
Good night, still shields. You're not getting words.
Good one.
Fortis aren't most attacking team either. Made most of what they got. Think they'll be in Europa next season.
I agree with that actually. I think we Europa or Conference League. I don't think
I think they'll be in Champions League because Chelsea will bottle it.
If they do, if Chelsea bottle the Conference League final and also
brilliant.
Oh mate.
Yeah, I think Chelsea will bottle top 5, so I think Fortis will actually stay up. Not because they'll get good results, but because they'll just go straight away to it. Yeah. Bloody hell, Luke! That's the last shirt I ever bought.
Damn, is it? Well, fair play.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
It's not a bad one.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Chelsea confidence. You know what? I want to buy the Scrabble kits, to be honest. I still haven't
I've got one ordered for that. I've got that one ordered. I didn't get it when it came out. Unfortunately, I got the other two, but I have to get that one. Definitely.
Yeah. Chelsea Conference League again, wonderful, bro.
We will be there.
Imagine if they're stuck in the Conference League for like 2 or 3 years, or even more.
By the way, right, big up the chat for getting to 19 likes on this stream. This is the most liked stream that we've done with Blue Friday.
Yeah, that's crazy.
By the way,
by a mile, by the way. The
Big
second
up.
most is like 10 likes.
Obviously, everyone in this
up.
chat, big up to you guys, man. Big up. We do appreciate it. And Pens on the back. Holy shit, Nick. Fair play. And Mill and Penza, that is a throwback now.
In Penza. That's even too old for me.
I've got an Alano 2007-8 home shirt coming as part of my birthday present, so that'd be good. So,
Nice.
I'm wearing that.
What issue? Not to ask a question that's been asked a million times already, but what is your favorite Man City kit?
Ooh, do you know what? Right, for my birthday, I got something quite cool for my birthday. I'll show you actually. I got this frame. I've got this frame of all the kits.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's amazing.
That is awesome.
I'm jealous of
By the way, for all those background people, yes, it'll be in the background. It will be. I'm getting a background, all right? Next season is coming, all right? It's been 1 year, so we are getting a background. Patience, all right?
That's just coming out to the background.
I think for me, right, it's probably one of the brother ones because I do love them. I do love them shirts. I think for me, it's probably I love the original '99 one. You know, like in the League One playoff final. That I mean, I know this season one was quite cool, but I prefer the original one. The original one's a lot more like unique.
I didn't like the season's kit, to be honest. Like, I prefer the playoff one, like the original version.
I'll do pre-takeover and post-takeover. So
sure. Go ahead.
Pre-takeover, I will go for the 99 kit.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I'll probably go for the post one. I'll probably go for 13-14 black away kit, which Torre got that lovely goal in. Or I think for me it has to be the treble winning home kit. I
think all of us will have the treble winning home kits if we just do this naturally, because let's be honest, it's a 5 kit. And the treble, and it gives emotional value to it as well. Yeah. But without treble home kits, because otherwise I will say it as well, and I think connects too. Not sure what you say, treble home kit connects.
Yeah, I do go treble home kit. I think it's so nice.
So, without treble home kits, you're not allowed to say treble home kits.
Yeah. Well, my aim is to try and collect all these kits. Like my aim is to eventually get all the kits. So if I'm stalking around finding an 1800 kit in Hyde Road, a random guy, what's he doing in the? Just ignore me. I'm getting all the kit. So, but my aim is to get a kit for every single year. That's what I'm going to aim for at some point because you know, it's like I'm a collector, that kind of thing. So yeah.
Right,
and as answering the next question, I actually need to ask my parents about that. What I'll do is, if I'm not sure if they actually did get it from Ninja Wig or not, I'll ask them. But if you want to, I'm not sure if you want one or not. But I'll try and I'll send you a link, obviously, if you want to get one yourself. But yeah, this is quite a cool present my mum got me. Big up the parents. And big up, 20 likes on the stream. Big up.
Nice. Let's go.
Thank you to everyone who's in here today. So yeah, Connect, you can go first, but also check Twitter, Luke.
Oh God, here we go. What now? I mean, I'm already broke already, bro. It's like, I'm already over before it's even started. Like, I'd be already bankrupt at that point. Oh, carry on talking. Sorry, I interrupted you there.
Yeah.
So, sorry, are you asking me my favorite kits?
Yeah.
Okay. So, alright. I can't quite pinpoint my favorite for. I'm not even too sure if it's pre-takeover. But my favorite shirt, possibly pre-takeover, depends how old it is it's a white shirt, and I really like the red sash going across. I'm not too sure if it's pre-takeover. I know it's near that time, but I think my favorite kit post-takeover, not including the treble kit, is probably I really like the shirt from KDB's first season, the one with the collar.
Yeah,
I love that shirt. I've got one with silver on the back, but it doesn't fit me anymore. So, yeah, absolutely love that shirt.
Yeah. So my favorite kits are, including treble season again, are probably the away kits last season. Actually, I really liked, or the home kit of 2015-16, which is Kevin's first season.
I had that one.
It was just so clean, wasn't it? It was just so clean. It was simple. It was nice. I really liked it.
The PSG away kit we wore as well. That game, that bright yellow one was really cool as well.
Yeah.
I think I had that one somewhere. I can find it, but yeah, I think there were some good ones.
You know what kit I also like, and I don't know what yet it's from. It's a very old kit. I know that, but I think it's 1970 something. It's like Man City, where it's like reds and black, but like the really old logo from Man City. I think it's like somewhere in the 1970s. I really like that one.
I think because obviously our first sponsor was Saab. That was our first sponsor we actually had for kits. I think it's probably the 77-78 one or the 80-81 one. I think because they're quite similar kits back in the 70s.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get is it the Saab one and the Philips one as well? Because someone that I know wore one for semi-final. I've got to try and find that one.
I know that Umbro that's the kit was made by Umbro. Not sure who the sponsor was. So
yeah, I'll say Nick in the chat. I'll send you the links. Obviously, to mom and dad got it from.
Yeah.
It might be Ginger Wig, but I'll try. I'll see obviously where where they got it from. I'll send you a link for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyhow, we've been live for 1.5 hours now, and we've had immense likes here.
Brilliant.
Big up to everyone in the stream today. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, I would say, but I think everyone has at this point.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, everyone. Support's been amazing. I'm trying to find someone Liam is still alive. I guess I can redirect to Liam.
Also, get Alpha 750 ASAP. Get in there ASAP.
Get closer.
Yeah, and also I'm about 8 away from 1.1k, so if you could please help me get there as well, much appreciated. And I think Connect, how far are you away from 1.5k?
I'm not long hit 1.4, so I'll check now. I'm 74 off, but I'm 4 off getting 1.43. So
well, sub to me anyway to get into 1.5k in the long run.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what next goals, please. It'd be much appreciated because they're going to get more shows over the summer. Us just probably transfer season will be mad. It'll be a mad one.
Off.
It's gonna be insanity on a timeline.
You know what you need to do to Connect? Be live and I'm live for once. Because I'm always looking for people to redirect to, and Connect is bro. I swear down here. I click on go live button, Connect goes off.
Yeah, well,
he gets the stream.
I'm live tomorrow, by the way. So if you guys want to come on live tomorrow and watch me do, I'm going to be probably doing a week review of City. I was meant to do one in the week, but something came up. So
they don't think so. Mad for still being live. Don't tell him about the 4-hour stream.
Don't
tell him about the 4-hour stream, guys.
Oh, the 4 hours. Yeah, the 3 hours. No.
No, the Fallout stream where you crashed the stream because you were about to end it, and then Luke crashes the stream, and you're on stream until 2 a.m.
Oh mate, yeah.
Lovely days.
Yeah, big up, man.
It was a fun talk, though. And this was also a fun talk. Thank you to everyone today, and I will see you. Big up to Vedan, by the way, for the super chats, so that I can pay for your stuff again. Third time on here. Big up, thank you, Nick.
Big up, Nick. Big up, Nick.
Going last, directed to it? Yeah.
894.
Chat.
894.
Actually,
go over there, support
Blue Friday.
them.
Blue Friday.